Morocco is not just the Morocco you see in postcards. There is another side, hidden behind shadows, deserts, and ancient walls. A side untouched by noise, where silence has shaped the land for thousands of years. Beyond the markets and the cities, there are places where time moves differently, where footsteps fade into narrow alleys and stories breathe through dust and stone. Here, light falls in ways you cannot predict, revealing forgotten paths, desert winds that carry memories across endless dunes, and mountains that guard secrets no map can show. This is the Morocco the world rarely sees. Quiet, raw, untouched. A Morocco waiting for those who dare to look deeper. In the mountains of northern Morocco, there is a city painted in endless shades of blue. A place that feels carved from dreams, quiet, surreal, almost weightless. Morning light settles gently on the blue walls, turning simple doorways into glowing frames and letting shadows drift slowly across stone steps that hold centuries of footsteps. Inside the narrow alleys, time moves differently, slower, softer, as if the whole city is breathing in a rhythm of its own. You hear only small things, the echo of distant footsteps, the brush of fabric against the wind, the soft clink of a key turning in an old wooden door. Every corner feels like a story waiting to be found. A hidden doorway, a quiet courtyard filled with blue pots, a staircase disappearing into silence. And as you walk deeper, you no longer feel like a visitor. You feel the city guiding you, inviting you into its endless blue labyrinth. Fes Medina is not a place you walk through. It is a place that swallows you whole, a maze of more than 9,000 alleys woven from darkness, voices, and time. Light enters only in thin slices, falling across carved wooden doors and ancient tiles polished by centuries of footsteps passing quietly. Shops open like small lanterns in the shadowed corridors, their colors glowing softly. Textiles, spices, brass, leather, a world held together by hands that never stopped working. The deeper you go, the narrower the passage becomes, and the air grows thick with stories told in whispers from behind old stone walls. Sometimes, the alley leads to sudden brightness, a hidden courtyard, a fountain still singing with cool water, a pocket of calm inside the endless maze. And in the stillness of these ancient walls, you feel something familiar, as if the city remembers you, even though you've never been here before. The Sahara begins with silence, a vast ocean of sand shaped by winds older than memory, stretching far beyond the places travelers usually reach. At sunrise, the dunes glow like molten gold, their curves catching the first breath of light as shadows bend and disappear into the endless horizon. Here, the wind becomes a sculptor, carving waves in the sand, painting new patterns each day on a canvas that never truly stays the same. Far from the tourist camps, caravans move quietly across the dunes, their silhouettes drifting like ancient stories carried by the rhythm of camel steps. Sometimes the desert opens to hidden places, a lone acacia standing against the sky, a dry lake shimmering like glass, or a valley where sand meets stone. And when night falls, the Sahara becomes a world of stars, a silence so deep it feels alive, as if the desert itself is breathing beneath the sky. The Atlas Mountains rise like a vast backbone across Morocco, a world of shifting seasons and ancient paths where snow touches the peaks and deep valleys glow with life below. In the early morning, the mountains turn soft blue under the cold light, and smoke rises gently from Berber villages clinging to the steep hillsides. Here, life follows the rhythm of the land. Terraced farms carved into red earth, rivers cutting through narrow valleys, and children walking mountain paths older than memory. The Tizin Tichka Pass winds like a silver thread through layers of rock and sky, a road that reveals new landscapes with every curve and climb. Villages appear suddenly along the cliffs, their clay houses blending perfectly with the mountains as if nature and people had agreed to share the same heartbeat. And when sunset falls, the Atlas glows with warm gold and deep shadow, a reminder of how beautiful the world can be when seen from the rooftops of mountains. Where the desert begins to soften, the Draa Valley stretches like a river of life, a long oasis of palm forests and red earth hidden between mountains and dunes. Here, water has shaped the land for centuries, carving a path through dry soil, feeding thousands of date palms, and giving rise to villages built from the color of the earth itself. From above, the valley looks like a green ribbon winding through endless brown and gold, a contrast so sudden it feels impossible. Life here follows the ancient rhythm of the oasis. Donkeys loaded with goods move slowly across narrow bridges, and local villagers quietly lead their horses along narrow sandy paths in the shade of palm trees that have stood here for centuries. Clay kasbahs rise from the valley floor, their towers standing like silent guardians, watching over the river, the fields, and the slow passing of time. And when the sun begins to set, the Draa Valley turns to copper and emerald, a final glow that lingers above the palms before the desert night quietly returns. Where the desert air meets the ocean wind, Essaouira rises with white walls and blue doors, a coastal fortress shaped by centuries of trade, sailing, and the endless rhythm of the Atlantic. At the harbor, fishing boats float in shades of deep blue, their wooden frames glowing in the morning light while seagulls circle above, waiting for the day's first catch. Inside the Medina, narrow alleys open to sunlit courtyards where artisans carve wood, paint ceramics, and weave the quiet stories of this coastal town. Along the ramparts, waves crash against ancient stone, sending spray into the air as if the ocean itself were breathing against the walls. Further along the beach, the wind carries the silhouettes of riders and camels moving slowly across the golden sand, framed by a horizon that never seems to end. And when sunset arrives, Essaouira softens into gold and silver, the town glowing with a calm light as the ocean whispers to the fading sky. Just outside Marrakech, the Agafay Desert unfolds like a sea of stone, a landscape of pale hills and endless silence, where the world feels stripped back to its purest form. Unlike the Sahara, Agafay is a desert of dust and rock, its soft curves shaped by wind and time, glowing silver in the morning and warm gold in the late afternoon. Nomads and travelers have crossed these hills for centuries, following narrow paths that disappear into the horizon, guided only by the light and the instinct of the desert itself. In the quiet of midday, the land stands completely still, as if holding the heat in its hands and waiting for the shadows to return. When the wind rises, dust dances across the ridges, horses and camels move slowly along the crest of the hills, their silhouettes painting stories onto the empty land. And as the sun sets, Agafay becomes a canvas of amber and violet, a desert that glows softly under the fading sky, reminding you that silence can be one of the most beautiful forms of wilderness. Marrakech rises like a warm ember at the edge of the desert, a city of red walls, ancient gates, and a pulse of life that never seems to fade. Here, history and motion blend in every street. At the heart of the city, Jama El Fna fills with voices, scents, and drifting music. Storytellers, artisans, and wandering musicians weaving a tapestry of sound beneath the open sky. In the Medina, narrow alleys twist between souks of metalwork, spices, and leather, each corner glowing with color, each shop carrying the soul of a century-old craft. Above the marketplace, the minaret of Kutubia rises into the sky, a guidepost for travelers for nearly 900 years, its warm stone catching the first and last light of day. Beyond the city's walls, gardens bloom with unexpected calm, palm shadows, blue-tiled fountains, and quiet paths softened by desert breezes. And when night arrives, Marrakech glows with lanterns and drifting smoke, its streets alive with footsteps and soft music, a reminder that some cities never truly sleep. In the quiet moments between mountains and desert, between the blue of the coast and the red of ancient walls, Morocco reveals a beauty that stays long after the journey ends. It is a land shaped by wind, stone, and time, a place where history breathes through kasbahs and life moves gently through valleys, markets, and endless horizons. From the silence of the Sahara to the rooftops of Marrakech, from the green oases of Draa to the soft hills of Agafay, every step carries a piece of this country's soul. And as the light fades, you realize that Morocco is not a place you simply visit. It is a place that follows you, quietly, softly, long after you leave its roads behind. Thank you for watching this film. If it brought you peace or inspired you in any way, please consider supporting the channel. Leave a like, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe. It's completely free, but it truly means the world to us.